The sound of our voice will determine whether somebody likes us, they're attracted to us, whether they want to continue speaking with us or connecting with us, and whether they trust us and believe us. I know that might seem crazy, but the sound of your voice can really determine these things in your life. And given that we're human beings communicating and wanting to connect with each other and needing to connect with each other in every aspect of our life, in our personal lives, our relationships, in our work life and in our business and in our leadership roles and in our creative endeavors, we're always needing to connect and express ourselves to people. And I'm here to tell you that the voice that you're born with isn't necessarily the best voice. There are so many things that have influenced the way we speak and communicate. We all have things from our background and our upbringing where we were perhaps not encouraged to speak up for ourselves. There are, some cultures which tend to, suggest that it may be good to be a little bit more reserved and conservative with your voice, and so therefore not to project it out too loud. There are some that just, people that feel like they have to fight to be heard, and so they're just overbearing and too loud and pushy. And there are, times in our lives where we were told, be quiet, only speak when you're spoken to. Or somebody teased you or bullied you as a child or even as an adult, and stopped you from really being able to own your voice and really speak up for yourself and express who you are and what you want. And if you're here listening to this video, it's because something is probably speaking to you and realizing, you know what, I'm not really using my voice in the best way that I can, and maybe there's something I can do about it. Well, I'm here to tell you there is lots you can do about it. There are so many ways in which we can change our voice. So I want to just start with the physical aspects of our voice. So our voice is a muscle. We have this voice box in our throat with these two vocal cords that vibrate when the airflow hits those vocal cords, and they vibrate and resonate. And then that sound is what comes out of our mouth. So in order for the best possible sound to come through, then we have to get really good at exercising those muscles in our throat. And we also have to develop some really good breathing techniques so that we can maximize the impact and the energy of that sound. I want to give you one little exercise to start with. One of the things that is really, really helpful is to start humming and stretching your vocal cords. So even just doing a simple exercise like and then you may start on the high notes and come down. Coming right down into your low voice. So we're stretching the voice from our low vocal range. We get into about the middle part of our range. We get to the high part of our range. And we get to the low again. And just start by humming and stretching those two vocal cord muscles, which will help you start to perhaps use different parts of your voice that you hadn't thought about before. So you see, some people just speak, in one part of their voice. So they're just speaking like this in a very monotone way, and the voice is coming out a bit like that, and it's very repetitive, and it's sort of on the same pitch level the whole time. And this can start to sound really monotonous and boring after a while, yeah? And I'm not saying that all people who speak like that are monotonous and boring, but why speak like that when you can use the whole range of your voice and be able to speak up in some of the higher parts of your voice and to really cut through with the middle part of your sound, and then to make some really grounded sounds down in the low part of your vocal range to really draw people back in to the deeper part of your voice. And so by using a simple tool like humming up and down through your vocal range and doing that a few times a day is a great way to start to stretch those vocal cords and just get them flexible, get them strengthened, and get them moving in all the different pitch frequencies of your sound.